Angela, of course, your Palladian High Priestess, and I've been getting a lot of downloads, and it's a few that I want to share, okay, with the family right now. So I'm just gonna give it a few minutes and then see if a couple more people want to come into the live before I start talking, because I really don't know where I'm gonna start talking about first. Oh, yeah. Cause this is about separating the real from the fake. I think that's what I titled it. Um, and it's because of downloads that I had got. Okay, and it's talking about basically the download. I'm just gonna go ahead and go into it. You can rewind it and watch it later. So I'm gonna get it out while I can. Okay, because a lot of times, like I said, it's a push and pull with me. But I'm gonna go ahead and get it out. All right. So first of all, I want to let me just go ahead and talk about this right here. This is steadily getting on my nerves. And boo, you my girl, but when I say something or a phrase, and then you go back on your channel the next day and say the same sex phrases and words that I say, you know what I'm saying, and you don't never show your girl no love, that's an insult. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just giving fair warning. I don't like to stir up trouble, but that's just like an insult. It's like, okay, yeah, the words can be used, but dang, why if you was gonna use them before. You should have been using them. They get on my nerves. So that's gonna be the brothers' um situation and problem that they're gonna take care of, okay? Because this is really getting out of hand. But so that's another reason why I got this download, okay? Because of the saturation. All right, because of the mass awakening that happened, okay, with people, with people and them stepping into the first phase of training, okay, and getting stuck, opening up doors, not knowing that they're releasing what you consider a demon, okay, and until you can understand and get to the level of actually knowing what a demon is, it's going to be something that haunts you, okay, it's going to be something that chases you because it's been bound and it's free, okay. um that's a whole nother subject too, but us working together, the brothers and I working together, okay, on complete mission. Like earlier, I was on several other videos. I told everybody, I was like, hey, it's a trickle down effect. I'm in a dragon's head, so it's a trickle down effect, okay? So basically, I had to disconnect, detach. I have six heads plus myself, okay? That is a representation, if you understand. This is like esoteric knowledge, so it may not resonate for everyone, but if you like to stay and listen, that's fine and cool. Okay. But anyway, it's like I have six heads, and all six heads are a representation of some type of generational wealth or line. Hi, how you doing? Okay. So anyway, where was I at with this? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna try my best to get the download out the way that I got it because it's so much information. Okay, so basically, um, this bridge, I had to detach. How you doing? Good. Okay. I had to detach all my heads from the collective energy. So I am in a phase of learning how to attach and reattach. But I had to detach in order to step into this new realm that I am in, that I am going in alone. This is brand new territory, which is gonna make me a pioneer, or we a pioneer, which I'm talking about the six heads when I say we. Okay. So and if I don't respond to you in the comments, I don't mean anything by it. I'm just trying to keep my focus so that I won't lose where I'm at while I'm talking. So anyway, the detachment from the collective energy, because you can't people came through this particular doorway by being awakened by this group or these groups of cults of men and women. Okay, and certain people were, I mean, it was all meant to be, because I don't believe anything is coincidence, but some people were not meant to go to a certain level. Okay, so like when y'all be saying 8 portal, such and such. You going through these doors, but these doors are doors that are opening up your darker self. Okay, the darker side of you, what you call a demon, which we know in esoteric knowledge is your genes. Okay, which is your genius. Okay, so but anyway, so anyway, so you're not really going anywhere. You just move one step up. You're not going anywhere. And because how come I know this is because the journey is the Christ journey. Okay, the journey is the Christ journey. That's why I use the Bible so frequently, because all the different obstacles and on this journey, like Hercules, it's a map. It's a guide. Okay, basically, and that's how I know a lot of people ain't doing it. And because when you go on this Christ journey, I seen on my page today, it said it was my 5th year here. Okay, and as you can see the subscribers, as you can see the numbers and different things that had happened on this channel. Yeah, I like cats. Got 2 calicos, but anyway, so it's like I know you're not on the right journey because you have veered away from the journey because you're not on the Christ journey. Because once you have to pass the Christ consciousness to get to this particular door that I was in, and how I know is because of the rules that you still have to abide by. The competition, the trying to get money, everything you're doing is still matrix. Okay, and I was wondering, like, I'm doing all the work. I should have got my justice. I should have gotten my inheritance, but I had moved into another realm. So that's the reason why I have the ranking that I have outside, because I'm no longer subscribed to the rules of the matrix. And that's what's been the pull back and forth, like, oh, you're not doing anything because you're not doing the things that you were taught to do in the matrix. No, I'm in a new territory. So that's the reason why I have different rules than you have. And so me being in this territory is basically like me looking at you, you know what I'm saying, in this chaos and conflict, going round and round in a circle, a snake without a head. Okay, and there's a gateway to go through, and I have just it went through the first part of this portal to get into this realm that I will be in all spring long. And I'm trying to get the brotherhood in and the sisterhood in to get to this level. Okay, and it's the Christ journey. All right, and that's how you know real from fake, because all these 5 years that I've been on here, me going through the actual things that they talk about every single day on here. Every single day they got stories on here about somebody's life and what they done went through. I have not ever been one person donating nothing to me asking, none of that. Not from this channel. And that's another reason why I know. Because that's how they treated Christ. And that's the reason why I'm in a different portal than you. Until you go through the Christ journey for real, you're going to stay in that same realm, and you're going to end up where it's burning at and not where we're going to go. And I'm not going to tell that part of it because the download is very deep. I will come back later with that other part of where it is that we are supposed to go. And it's a place of freedom, but we have to walk up 13 levels in order to get there. Okay. And before you can get there, you got to get into this particular realm that I am going into. Okay. Because I actually did the Christ journey. And like I said, when you do the Christ journey, your own people don't like you. They don't support you. They steal everything, your story. They spend it for themselves. They stuck going through this, though, talking about 8 portal, 11 portal. And all they doing is opening doors for dark forces to come out, good or evil. Depending on how you measure them, okay? Because you're afraid of them and you don't know certain knowledge. So you just steady opening doors, okay? So you're not going past, you're not really going into another realm. And how you know that, once again, is the fact that I can do what I do, and y'all all know, and I don't get the same result when I'm talking about the rules of the matrix. And I don't get the same treatment or results that you can't do it, because you're not in this portal. You're still over there. You're still over there, and you're going to still keep going over there, and they're going to still keep talking to you Another thing about a twin flame. The twin flame was also a psyop to keep you suck. Okay, it was a group of masculine and feminine women already lined up after they had wakened a lot of y'all through sex, like they did a lot of us, and they were lined up to be your mirror. Okay, and they were reflecting the dark side of you, so they could still do the dark magic, and they were doing it against you. Okay, and then then you guys to take that mirror away. It's a way of doing that as well. It's a lot of things to cover, you guys, but it's a lot of psyops going on, and I'm trying to help y'all get out of this portal of tarot where they're talking to you about a twin flame when the twin flame is you, because the reconciliation is reconcile with oneself so that you can do the sowing and the reaping until the healed version of you is manifesting into the masculine energy. And y'all can sit up there and talk about that shit all day, and we will sit over here in Pleiades in a new past the gateway and going towards a new realm where we can create our own rules and we don't follow your rules. Okay, but it's like the people that continues to do this psyop and keep it going so that we cannot get our job done and move forward. The people that do that, the brotherhood is going to start to recoup from y'all, and then we're going to split it half and half. That way their money will be clean. You know what I'm saying? It won't be blood money. That's the idea I had. You know what I'm saying? So the debt can be paid back, because the debt's got to be paid back regardless. Okay? And the brothers that actually know what I'm talking about, you guys are welcome to stay and listen. Like I said, it might not make any sense to some of you, but the people that it's meant for, it's going to make a lot of sense to them. Okay? So, like I said, until we get into a position of where I'm not talking to you so much publicly about different things, okay? Because it's a lot going on here. But there's a gateway, you guys, and you're going to see even further. I've already shown you I was in a different realm. We could be in the same place, but I'm in a different realm. And therefore, the rules are different. You say, and you see how I've shown you that? You see how I've shown you that? I don't have to say nothing else. Now, let them show you that the rules is different for them. Okay? Let them show you. I don't want to disrespect nobody today. I'm in a good mood because you guys already know what it is. You already know. But yeah, that's also, it's a lot going on here. I wrote on a piece of garbage bag because like I was getting different downloads. I didn't know exactly which ones that I was going to talk about. But yeah, many were awakening through a Kundalini awakening that they had no business being awakened through. Okay, and that's where all that karmic energy came from, because they went straight to dark and straight to power and straight to material gain, because they were never supposed to reach that certain level. But I guess, like I said, everything done evil is always turned around for the good. Okay. And the main thing that I forgot to get to this gateway, I almost forgot. You have to do the Christ journey because you have to carry your own cross. You got to carry your own burdens. You must release this ideology of Christ carrying your burdens. Why would you want your brother to carry your burdens anyway and be stuck with you? You must carry your own cross to get to this particular gateway. Okay, you must bear your own burden. You must face your own karma and have a clean slate. Okay, because your heart will be weighed at this particular place. Right now, you're just roaming around in the same awakening, going through different doors, and you're not moving into a different realm. That's why you still have to follow the rules. Like you still can't move like we do, and that's not the brag. But I'm just trying to give you an example. because where you're going is considered, watch this now, you've never heard it before, but you're going to hear it here. It's considered middle earth, okay? Because some of you are contaminated, but you have been given I ain't gonna say contaminated, but you have your bloodline is not pure, okay? So heaven is being brought, a piece of heaven is being brought to this place on earth for you. It's called Middle Earth, okay? None of these other people know what I'm talking about. They'll try to repeat it just like they do when I started talking about the bridge. In the bridge, to even get to the bridge, they don't even know how to get to the bridge, and the bridge disappears. Okay? But this particular place that we are going to, as we level up the 13 steps to get there to the bridge, and then get to this particular place where it's going to be where we manifest our own heaven on earth, okay? Because of the bloodline mixed up and you being given salvation, this is a place for you to go because you can't ascend past that. So have a little piece of heaven and a little piece of earth is being brought to you here and it is considered Middle Earth, okay? And the old place, you'll see it, you can see it's gonna be left behind, but it's gonna be burning, okay? You're gonna want to get up out of there. So this is like the way out. You got to pick up your own cross, go on the journey for real, because the journey for real will show you how Christ was treated, okay? And there wasn't nobody supporting nothing he had going on, but they was taking everything from him, anything he said. They wasn't giving him, they wasn't doing none of that, just like they doing now. I could talk to you right now, and a reader that's got 100,000 something subscribers will repeat, won't even try to remix it. You see what I'm saying? And they not going nowhere because they not a part of us coming together. Okay? Because I know if I was in that position, we would all be on. That's why I know they weren't meant to get the position, because you'll steady be in the same spot 4 years from now talking about the twin flame. I'm just keeping it 1,000 with you because I've been out here working, really doing it and trying to figure out the solution and where we're supposed to be going. So it's like a Moses effect. That's what's happening right now and what I'm being charged to do. Yeah. So, like I said, whether you like it or not, whether you think it's cocky or not, Pleiades is the gateway in order to go past even into this particular realm that I'm going into now by myself. And I won't even I won't. All you need to know is time in this particular realm. Time is different. Okay, everything I can like train and faster. Everything I can, but I'm coming back and forth. Okay, but I can stay in this room and you will see the difference. You will see the difference in how I am, my life is, and yours is. That's how you know. Okay. And nobody, and you know for a fact, ain't nobody giving me a donation. But if you feel like in your heart that you want to give me one, anybody that invests in me, I am the investment. You get your investment back times 7. But people didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? And I just definitely didn't tell them. But hey, because I figure if you can't see real from fake, then go ahead and invest into an empty into an open cup, because anything that you pour into us over here, because we particularly don't even want to touch money, but the amenities we do we are gonna have. So it takes whatever y'all got to enjoy those right now until we figure out we're testing things out in this new realm. Okay, so yeah, it's like that's another reason how I know. And then my stuff was being buried every chance they got. Okay. Oh, anything I do, it's gonna copy. If I come on live, they finna come on live. If I wear headbands, they gonna wear them. If I wear hats and wigs, they go. It's annoying, I'm trying to get past it, brothers, but you understand my dilemma here, okay? But yes, brothers, we talking about you, okay? We know they got you messed up in contracts. We know they stealing your money. Same things that they doing to me. We all can relate. Okay. They can listen in, but they really cannot relate. Okay. They were like a filter in, and I want y'all to come on up out of there. Okay. And I want to be here for y'all more so y'all can come up out of it because it's all a dream. We used to read Word Up magazine type shit, okay? And that's where to keep you at for years. Um, because we're coming out of stagnancy, and I would love to, you know what I'm saying? I have been given this Moses type of duty, I guess you could say. But yeah, so it's like I had to figure it out for myself and then come back and tell you the parts that you need to be told at this particular time, brothers, okay? But I'm just telling you right now, you're going to a dead end. That was me in the void until I got further information about where I am headed, where am I at, okay, why am I put on a different set of rules than everybody else? Why does my word mean have the and I've been getting all the answers. It's been very overwhelming. Been wanting to share a lot because I'm the first person. I'm the type of person, once I get that information, I want to run out and tell all y'all. So, but I'm having to learn to be conservative because not everybody needs to know everything. Okay. Those that need to know, they will know. Okay. So I try to speak when I actually have something to say. But yeah, in this particular realm, it's like um it's a key. That's all I can tell you. It's a key that you have to get in there. Okay, it's a key. It's like it floats the land. It's like, but anyway, yeah, brothers. Okay, we'll repeat that again. You will be recouping the money from the copycats, and you know how to burst it out so that we can donate to each other. Because, like I said, what you invest, you get back times 7. And that's on. You can try it with anything and watch it happen. I've never told you that before, like I said, because I felt like, I'm very prideful when it comes to that type of thing. But it allowed me to see exactly what Christ had went through, and y'all lied about a lot of shit, okay? A lot of shit. So, it's judgment. And that's why you're not getting particular information. And that's why you're not going to be able to get out of those contracts and get out of those situations unless you do what you've been called to do. And no, and accept me for your sister as I've accepted you as my brother, okay? And I can say it out loud and proud. It's nothing to be hidden because I'm not afraid of no one except for the Most High God. Okay, y'all just like Peter, who denied Christ 3 times when they asked him, did he know him? But anyway, dearly divine, beloved archangels of the purest white light and all those high vibrational beings of the white light, please come in and give us any extra messages that we have on top of these messages that I was attempting to give today. I'm trying to see if there's anything else on here I want to tell y'all about. Yeah, I done said everything I needed to say. As far as that's concerned, let me get some overall energy. I'm gonna use the body cards and see what it is. So this is gonna tell us anything that we need that might be good or bad. Okay, let's see what's going on with you guys collectively because I'm no longer a part of your collective group at this particular time. So, but I am still reading for the group. I am still receiving the downloads. I am still doing all that. But we just had to separate the bridge because of all the chaos. Okay, until we become to action. Okay, there's some action here that you guys are gonna take. Okay, in your craft. Okay, that's what we're doing. We're taking action with our crafts. The things that we like to do. Okay, and it's been a lot. That's helped us a lot through what we had to go through. Okay, because trust me, I know. Trust me, I know. We're gonna have. I want to start having Saturday night I'm not gonna say that because everything I say, when I say y'all, and then it hurt my feelings so bad because of when people find out exactly what I went through, and they finding out now with things that's going on in their life. But for me to share with you, and these particular people to let me know that I'm watching them, but it's my word. I say I want to do a particular thing, then they'll go do it and post it. You know what I'm saying? Because they want me to see that they can go right now. Okay, but you still dead inside, bitch. Okay, you still dead inside, and you just showed me that you be watching me. So, okay, yeah, home. Yeah, we taking action to do our craft, and that's our home. That's where we feel at home at. Okay, that's where we soak up everything. We can do our craft at home. It could be just as simple as that. What else, Holy Spirit? Contentment, yeah, at home. At home and content. Okay, some people can't be at peace and be at home and be content. Okay, that's why they do the things that they do. When I'm trying to build a brother and sisterhood, instead of working with me, you want to go because you feel like you're better or you feel like you have more, but God didn't call you to do it, so it's never gonna work. Okay, and when you decide to take put your big feet in them shoes, they're gonna wear your ass out. You want to take them off? Nah, keep them on. You snatched them out from under that trailer like like the Glenda did Dorothy. So keep them hoes on. That's what you do. Resolution, yeah. This is your resolution, okay, guys. Okay, because you're innocent. You're innocent, and you have an innocence about you. You have a childlike spirit. We know that. Okay, that's not no pretend thing. So that's something people always try to make us make us play down to. Um, so we can't be ourselves. Try to hush us. Oh, be quiet. Because they didn't want your star to shine, but they love that innocence about you. Okay, what else we got going on here? Something might be going on with the veins. Okay, you guys could be irritated right now in the process of doing whatever it is that you're doing. Hi, Jennifer, how you doing, baby? Uh-oh. I knew it was gonna fall sometime, but I didn't know when. I just had it sitting up on the table. Yep. But anyway, y'all might be irritated about, whatever you're doing, your craft, but you're gonna get it done. You're gonna be celebrating. Okay. And you're gonna be making connections here. Okay, with a fresh new start. Okay, after being sad. Okay, because you guys, like I said, you're very innocent. That's about to change. Yeah, everything is changing right now. Something about your diaphragm. Okay. Because you guys, look, enslavement. This is what I alchemized, okay? The same thing that we're going through, and that's the reason why I'm trying to share it with you so that you can get to where I'm at, okay? Because it's not about me being above you, okay? I can't help it that God told me to do a particular thing and I did it right, okay? And I didn't skip corners and I didn't make a business because I know if Christ was here and if you walk in his walk, he would have tore all that shit down because that's not what he wanted, okay? And that's the reason why he wouldn't allow me to do it. And this is year number 5 that I have been on YouTube. I can tell you, none of the platforms that I ever had a single dollar. And it's because the money wasn't clean. But anyway, the magician. Because the money was off of people's pain, people suffering, okay? And people being inflicted and being brought down um, for science experiments and things like that. And you basically pimping it out just like they do in the church house, okay? And that's why your knowledge only goes so far because you're not going through these certain doors that you are telling that you're telling the collective of people that you have attached yourself to all these things because you're really draining all of um their inheritance by them being attached to you as a collective and never being able to separate themselves as an individual in order to get back into reconciliation with self outside of a collective. Because if you start going through karma and we collective, all of a sudden my life starts going topsy-turvy and it's mirroring yours. No, I'm not finna be a part of your any collective. That we are individuals over here. We was a part of a collective to learn how to sort our energy from each other, how to merge and different things like that. And now we on another level, and that's a detachment and knowing that we had to go back to our individuality in order to reconcile with oneself, not for us to try to reconcile or figure out how to do something outside ourselves and the inside has not haven't been taken care of yet. It makes no sense. Okay, so you can sit up there and pay for a twin flame all you want to. I'm not hating on none of that. Hey, do what you do. Some people are not meant to ascend to where we're going, and that's why our numbers are where they're at. And that's why, this channel always gets attacked the way it does. That's why the people that work for the company I do it. Okay, I can show you a video right now that they said 78 people were in there. I liked it from my sister's page, so I know it's a like. You know what I'm saying? I liked it from my sister's page, and to this day, it's got 0 likes up there. So like I said, and the people that ain't finna take you nowhere but on a merry-go-round for 6-7 years, okay? Because they done went off and veered off. They have a right. They have time to go back, because time is irrelevant. They might have to come back and do it again. But the Most High God is going to start bringing out this truth so that you can be seen as false because you haven't actually went through the journey, okay? You've been tapping into a collective consciousness. And then the things, your childhood wounds and the things that you're supposed to be fixing, actually doing a journey and sharing it. That's why you see me flip out sometimes. That's why you might see some videos where I was high, scooted around, because you seen the whole journey of me. Because when you get ready to go on a journey for real, you could be like, damn, I remember when old girl was over there tripping hard. Now I'm doing that shit. But if you see a whole bunch of motherfuckers like, oh, this is what's going on, blah, blah, blah. You never see a actual example of what the journey even looked like because they ain't on it. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm going through this portal alone. And that's not on no cocky shit. That's because I actually went through the Christ journey and my life is a reflection of it. And the fact that the people that's supposed to be my people never supported it, but just snatched it up and went to making money off of it speaks for itself and speaks so many volumes when I actually was out here fighting for my life on some real shit. You see what I'm saying? And they knew. But you think they care? If you was ordained by God, ma'am, and you knew your sister was out and about, hey, that's why God putting you in position. I don't care what you say. God put you in position. God sent Moses back. If it was just for him, Moses would have gone on with him and his family. What the hell? Fuck them. Let them stay over there. They don't got common sense. No. God came back for you because for some reason he like you motherfuckers. I don't. You know what I'm talking about? I really don't, because it's just like, can you not see? And then you'll invest in that. And then you done made a contract with that person. You done made a contract by the exchange. See, they know all that. You don't. And then it's year after year after year, like, where's my blessing? Where's my justice? And the person you done contracted with is eating that shit up like candy rain. Ain't finna show you no bridge, no what, because they don't know nothing about it. Then start talking about it until your girl just spoke up. Now everybody talk about a bridge. You see what I'm saying? It's the influence. But they'll hide behind the curtain and won't even support your girl out in the open, and they think that the Most High God is blessed. That's a blessing. That's what they showing to the people. That's what they showing to the people. Because people got eyes and ears and they can see. But we know that people go off, they don't like to stand on their own and speak up for what's right. So they go with the crowd. And they make up their own rules. Okay? Stealing from somebody else's pain is all good for them. Oh, you should have did. No. It's theft. Stealing is stealing. And if you go by the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not steal. It's on there. I don't care how you try to cut it, how you try to slice it. It's on there. And y'all do it. We do it, y'all. I've done it, but me, I have never done it like intentionally, you know. But once my eyes was open to how creation is created and how creation is made, I have way more respect for it than I ever had, and I demand it. And you gonna see a big monkey show wow, a big lion roar. It's all that. I don't care how small you think it is, because you don't know what I had to go through. And it's just like that. And the Cash App is down below in the description box, baby. Love y'all too. Let's see what else we get up out of here. Ain't no contracts donating over here. It's an investment. You get back your money times 7. That's how it work over here. Okay, give and take, equal give and take. Because what I got to say is gonna set you free. It ain't. I'm not charging you for it, but damn shit, throw a dog a bone. Say that's a way to say thank you energetically as well. You know what I'm saying? And everything is electronic, so I ain't got to touch the shit. Okay, some people that you call family isolated you because you decided to go on your self-love journey, okay? To reconcile with self. And a lot of people can't do that. So that's the whole chaos that's going on. And then people that wasn't supposed to get access to certain knowledge was awakened by Kundalini, awakened by these certain cult groups of men who target women that they can that might have some spiritual potential. They spot them out and they use them, you know what I'm saying, as a energy source until they can't, but not a real chosen one. He has the energy and he has the love that I want. I know who has the energy, okay? So you guys know who has the energy that you're manifesting. So you need to, if you are at that stage in your life where you feel like you should be in union with your partner, it is time for you to detach from the collective immediately. It's never gonna happen. Because the mirror man is behind that fucking channel every day talking about his ass because he's a narcissist. Okay? But the brothers finna collect from him. So let's see how long they gonna stay their ass behind the mirror, okay? Thinking that somebody gonna lust over them and hope one day that they come into their life, a celebrity or this or whatever the fuck they're talking about. Yeah, look, entity detachment. I can't make it up. Entity detachment. You must detach from the collective. Okay? Because they are attracted to your innocence, and that's why we were targeted to begin with, because we're royals, okay? These people have these particular cult groups of men and women. They have whole tarot readers all over, saturated, just pumping their fucking head up all day. Because you over there giving them all your energy, hoping and praying that they come into you when they just mirroring you on some magic shit. And God wasn't about to bring a soulmate in until you got to a level of healing and that you could reach a different portal where the rules ain't even the same for you no more. But hey, yep, they've been trying to set us up. Can't set us up, baby, because y'all don't have the knowledge that we got. Y'all ain't where we at. You can't keep pretending. The pretend game is over with. Because can you do what we do in this realm that we in, since you say you in one? The answer is N-O. Sign language on your weak ass. N-O. That's what it is. So, yeah. Somebody's heart is pounding, okay? Okay, you guys are attracting a lot of love and affect and attention, from people and places or whatever, because your innocence. People are attracted to our innocence. The shit is about to be funnier than what we made my life become. Yeah, what you made it's about, the is about to be funnier than what you guys made my life become. But different stuff you created when I was already on the journey. When I stepped out the womb. But you just didn't know that. Because you had never met someone like me before, because we not everywhere. Okay. And that's why everybody tries to pretend to be us or use our mannerisms, use our words. They got 100,000 subscribers. You over here with them. You ain't even got 700 subscribers. You've been on here 5 years. But yet every time you look around, whatever you say, they going to put it on their channel and don't even give you nothing for it. That's why I know it was them niggas behind it and them hoes behind it. So the brotherhood gonna come collect from you motherfuckers behind that goddamn sheet, because I'm tired of playing with you. Stop playing with me, okay? We got a job to do over here. And that's interference, so you breaking the law. Everyone has a function in the body, so you must find your job and place and learn it. Exactly. We all got a job to fucking do inside of the body. Okay? And we have to spread off individually, be able to detach and reattach. Okay? Without giving away our whole subconscious mind to another, access to our whole subconscious mind to another, so that when before we even begin to manifest whatever we thought about, somebody already doing it, because you done gave them access, and we release any access that you have gotten without our knowledge. We are individual and we have claimed our sovereignty. Okay, so you must go, ho, period. Yeah, they thought they was real slick Rick with it. You know what I'm saying? I went to smiling that day. Everything changed for me. My whole perspective, everything shifted for me when I got these downloads, man. Being protected also by your past over loved ones. So your past over loved ones are here protecting you as well. Okay, of course, the ones that came up with this. The law must be written, and the sentence, a command can be transmitted. Like, so when it's a law, I have to speak it out to you. But when it's a command, I don't have to. I can transmit it. I can telepathically transmit the information to where it needs to go. I don't have to say it. Just so you know. Somebody doing sexual favors for money, okay? Somebody that comes out very innocent, okay? And these cults and organizations want you dead. They are trying, laugh out loud, okay? They have cruel intentions, okay? This witch sent her man, Doomy Boy, in on us, and now she realized that was a big ass mistake. Yeah, don't send us nothing, baby, because we'll send it back when we get ready. Don't send us a motherfucking thing. Ain't no Indian give a shit around here. Okay, and then it was a surprise. We didn't even know you was the one sending it. Okay. Stop playing with me. Yeah, trying to create a hostile environment for you. You not knowing all these people connected. Okay? Trying to switch. And they was doing that body soul jumping stuff and switching back and forth into different bodies and stuff to fuck with us. Oh yeah, they was breaking all kinds of spiritual laws. So watch and stop. Didn't know that they was gonna become obsessed, and then everything was gonna all access was gonna get shut down at the same time, because we had pure intentions. And that's just gonna be law until everything is sorted out on who did what and who getting what, okay? Because them sentences, like I said, got to be written out, and that law got to be written out, and that sentence got to be written out. So yeah, we got to write it out. Thank God we realized that the snake will sit under you and plot to bite, okay? Yeah. Because they decided to take a weak-ass oath, okay, about something that God, the Most High God, had put inside of you. They were just trying to pull it out of you. Pulling it out of you like they do when you giving somebody oral sex. Pulling everything up out of you, your inhibitions, your drive, your everything, and then connecting to you. And you just, next thing you know, you just a sex fiend, and you just want this 24 hours a day. That ain't normal. But hey, what do we know? What do we know? Let's see. I want to look up the veins. You know what I'm saying? It's probably most of them, of course, that I'm supposed to talk to y'all about, but like I said, I let it go and let it flow. And if the good Lord don't say talk about it right now, then He ain't put it in my brain to talk about it. So yeah, I try to. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, contentment, the Empress, the vein represents the Empress. So like we in our Empress energy, okay? That's what we stepping into. The Empress energy, that zone. Okay. And this is cannot be, you can try to paint an illusion of it all day, but that's your own misery, don't you think, when you can have that shit for real? You could have it for real. All you gotta do is do the journey. Okay. When you were supposed to ride in with me, but instead you rode against me. So it was just a few that came that rode in with me that could skip a few steps because of what I had already went through. But you can't. You got to do it for your own self. Because you decided to betray the whole thing. I had to detach from everything. I had to detach every head from you because of the treachery. Okay? But yet I forgive you. This is a water energy element going on here, okay? Because the arteries have delivered precious oxygen to the tissues of the body. The veins take now the oxygenated blood back to the heart. This incredible flow in and out of the heart is one of the most important systems keeping us alive. So the veins help that blood flow in and out of the heart, okay? So it's just like the water flows in and out, okay? In and out the chamber, okay, until the heart rises and then it releases blood to the body. I believe that's how it works. Okay. In the same way, the appearance of this card denotes sense of satisfaction with a lot in life. We are enjoying and feeling of nourishment and being taken care of in a way of loving mother would take care of a child. So we're being taken care of, okay? Because we done been to war. So, we deserve the little soft things that we got going on now because we've been through hell and back and we made it out, okay? By the grace of the Most High God. Period. We made it through the actual real journey, okay? So, like I said, they'll be stuck in that realm over there listening to them same love readings and not going and releasing more what they call demons because they don't know them. So they're gonna terrorize the fuck out of them over there, pretend doing whatever the fuck they're doing because it's not. I'm not trying to knock it, but I'm trying to, just trying to tell you, it frustrates me. Look, I don't know why God gave me the job. Okay, you ask Him. Shit. When this card appears in a relationship spread, it almost always denotes a marriage or a union of some kind. Yeah, like I said, reconciliation with oneself, and then the masculine or feminine energy outside oneself will manifest, and then that mirror can appear in the right place. But that takes a lot of work in between details and things of that nature. Okay, and I definitely want to be here to help you guys and us help each other. Okay, it's an equal give and take around here because we're gonna be good in my neighborhood. Hopefully, you'll find your way. I don't want to be that person. Okay, I want to go ahead and do what I got to do so I can move on forward. Okay, because once I do my part, I can move on out like Tim Cotton. I'm no longer begging and like, hey, come, or you don't come, boo. I know what's going on, and you see it too. Cause you, yeah, that's what it is. Okay, there's a positive outcome for something that you may have been concerned about. Okay, the flow of life is soon to bring more oxygen to your finances and restore what has been depleted. And we second that in the name of the Most High God. Yes, oxygen to everything in the body that has been depleted, including your finances. Okay, the veins. Look, and this is up. I have disconnected from the body that must overcome to connect to my heads that is generating a new body with a clean slate. Okay, New roots are being planted. I've been saying this for the longest, okay? Now I have my first key to my infinite inheritance. I walk through because the keys must be earned individually. The body has kept me stuck because if you don't pass, I still can't move. Okay? You see what I'm saying? If I'm a part of the body and you fail and you pass and I can't detach from the collective energy, that means I'm gonna stay there with you until you pass. No. I'm a body of my own in celebration with those who have made it to their place to generate themselves. Okay, each man comes known to carry his own burden. Okay, you must bear your own cross in order to get to this gateway. It's no longer a dumping site for Christ. You are Christ. That's why your ass stay here burdened down. That's why you can't release the burden, because you got the person outside of yourself that you call Christ, which is definitely you, okay, the Son. You keep throwing burdens on it. So you made an outside entity, a Gregor. We made these things, okay? If you understand that. So anyway, that's all I'm gonna talk to y'all about right now. It was just a little bit of like, let me tap in, and I try to get into it like, okay, let me go do a live or whatever. But I'll be like, okay, well, I don't feel like I look right, or I be minor stuff. But I'm just like everybody else. I'm just like everybody else. All right. But anyway, like I said, I'm not I'm not gonna say that yet. I talk too much. But I love you guys. Thank you for the support and love. Talk to you later. Bye.